Welcome to Deep River Farm, folks. I've been telling you we was going to do an update on the families that we've got sponsoring through the Central Global Methodist Church, the Helping Hands Project. And I wanted to start out with family number 1, and we're going to go down the list. And we've also got some new families to add. I think we've got through family 8, so we're going to go ahead and start the update, and then we're going to add the other families at the end, and we're going to have this set up, and that way you know what's going on and where all your donations is going. So let's refresh of our information. Family number 1, their story is we've worked hard our entire lives to have a home, raise our family, and now enjoy our 2 beautiful granddaughters. We worked hard in our younger years, paid off our home, so that in retirement years we could be debt-free. Our pride was that we were able to accomplish this and prepare for Mark to hopefully retire in 4 years. But 6 years ago, in the summer of 2018, I received a phone call from Mark's phone at the doctor's appointment, and it was his doctor telling me that he was in ventricular tachycardia, and that they were rushing him to the hospital by ambulance. The doctors in the ER couldn't believe that he had not lost consciousness and was still alert. His doctor told us there was no medical reason for him to even be alive. I told the doctors the reason was God, and he wasn't through with Mark here yet on earth. The doctors quickly agreed it was the only reason. Mark ended up with a hospital stay of a little over a week with many tests and procedures. He left with a pacemaker and defibrillator combination at the age of 56. His world was changed now. We were in a bit of a shock and was also blessed that God had spared his life. We have to start over. We, like many others, are waiting on insurance to make their decisions about what they're going to cover. This whole time, my comment has been God has a plan for us. This was my thought on a daily basis. We are people that don't ask for help. We just work hard and move on. But when our pastor and his wife called us and wanted us to be one of the families to accept help, we thought about what they said to us, and not about being too proud to accept help or not to feel embarrassed to accept it. It made us think that this could be our answer to our prayer. I pray every day since the tree came into our house, and it was this: thank you, God, for sparing our lives. And we know you have a plan for us. Our prayer, Lord, for you is to show us what to do and get us through this situation. Then it dawned on us, after the call from the pastor's wife, that this was God at work. The needs are currently this. They're staying with parents. They had a 38-year-old double-wide mobile home, which will probably be totaled. They were able to get out all their essential belongings and clothing. On 11/8 phone contact, they were not expecting insurance to total home. The home foundation was going to cost $15,000 to $20,000, as well as the purchase of a new home or foundation and a new furniture and appliances. So their needs, money needs, if everything was totaled, was going to be around $150,000. On 12/27/24, this was our update that I wanted to share with you. And this, keep in mind, this is family 1. Our insurance company insisted on sending an engineer that they hired 2 weeks ago today. When he came, he made comment that he could see this was going to be a total. But he spent 2.5 hours doing all kinds of measurements and tests and said our house structure was structurally sound and our home had not moved on the foundation. He had 5 to 7 business days to turn in his report into our insurance company. Then they have 7 to 10 days to get back to us. So considering all the holiday time involved, it'll be a week or more before we hear from them. We basically know now it will not be totaled. So we made the decision to go ahead with a couple of men that have already repaired 10 mobile homes that should have been totaled. The more time the insurance company drags us out, the more damage our home is taking on. We actually signed a contract with the contractors a week ago. It will have to be demolished all the way to the steel because of the amount of water damage. But they are confident it will be wonderful when they finish. They're going to start with a smaller amount that the insurance has sent. And what we have from the churches and the donations that's come through off of you folks from YouTube, and hopefully get some insurance money to go with that. Hopefully insurance will participate. Your help has been and is so extremely appreciated. We are excited for them to begin the work. They are hoping it will be one day next week. Thank you and your church and your supporters for your support through this experience. Thank you for keeping us in your prayers. And then on 1/3, we had another update. They phoned Brother Ross and said, thank you for checking in. We are still waiting on insurance to give us the report from the engineer. We have a call into them again, but we haven't received a call back. Our contractors did send us a text last night that they were going to begin demo today. I have not been by yet to make sure that they came yet. I wish I had numbers for you. Unfortunately, until the men get into all of the demolition and see how much damage has occurred, we won't know a total estimate. I will stay in touch with you. As I said in my previous text, these men will be letting insurance and us know prices as they go on this job. Then we have to see if insurance will cover or not, or about how much. Thank you. And that was from family number 1. So you see, folks, what's going on here. Insurance everywhere on every project that you hear about seems to be dragging their feet. And the longer they drag their feet, the more damage there is. So, and that's because no matter how much you tarp it, there's still moisture. The house is not occupied. So you've got mold, you got mildew growing, you got all this stuff because nobody's in it. And it's basically exposed to the elements inside the house, the heating, the cooling. The house has got plastic tarp over top of it. You know how plastic will sweat. So it's just a contributing factor that the mold and the mildew is going to continue to grow. So I wanted to bring Family 1 to you this evening. I appreciate you joining me. That's the update I have for you. We're going to be doing Family 2 next. Thanks for joining us. Have a blessed day.